Fine, be that way. Uh, Twinkle, twinkle. It should be catching the audio now. Good day, good day, good day. Cornbread, coleslaw, collard greens. Get your tongue salivating. Welcome, welcome. So the topic of discussion
Okay.
for this video here will be the content creators for Fortnite Save the World. I imagine a big part of the problem, a big part of the reason as to why you were engaging in bad behavior. I have to talk to people like I'm a what's it called? A counselor for like recovering drug addicts. I imagine part of the
Oh
reason.
boy.
Stop.
Wow. All right then.
I imagine part of the reason why you were engaging in nasty behavior like this is because influencers for this game. That's the word everyone throws around now. Influencers, right? Content creators, you know the drill. YouTube, the most popular videos on this game, as you probably know, are scammer gets scammed. Look, all of y'all know that that stuff is scripted. It's fake. But you don't know any better. That's why you keep eating it up. There are much better, much more real people out there that make content for Fortnite Save the World that will actually teach you things and how to progress. What's not teaching you anything and what's keeping you a drone, what's keeping you a bot, dare I throw that word around, is sitting in those boxes that those
Mm-hmm.
people make, sitting in your corner. Don't you think it's crazy how in the whole trading scheme
Uh,
of this game, isn't it crazy that y'all can't even trust each other? You have to sit in the corner and pray to Stendar that Sub-Zero Zenith doesn't phase shift to the side of your box and
you
snatch all
know,
your stuff.
the thing is that's funny too because I actually asked, I asked a person who watches those videos. You were with me. I said, "You know those are fake, right?" He said, "Yeah, yeah, I know." So why do you still watch it? He kind of dodged the question. So that's another thing. Some of you guys know that this is terrible content, right? And that's why the views are good. It's funny as well because I watched. I'm pretty sure some of you guys know Twine Cheeks, right? He's another scammer get scam YouTuber. He has I forgot how many subscribers he has, but he
They
has
all have a
more than that
lot.
dude. He was just they all have a lot, but the videos hardly get any views, as opposed to their subscriber ratio,
Yeah. Hmm.
which makes me think, right? It's like this killing their channel, yet there's only like few of those people who are still tuning in for that. And that's another thing. Like he just said, you're getting nowhere, and you guys can't even trust each other. One, to do your objectives, and two, to even do your illegal behavior. Isn't that funny? You think drug dealers go to one another? Actually, they do. They do go to each other with guns. But do you think that they just act so stingy around each other? Like, you got what I need? Yeah, sure, sure, sure. All right, put it down, put it down. All right, no, I'm gonna hold my gun to your head while you do it too, just to make sure. That
Sounds
makes
like
no
a
sense.
fashion show to me.
Uh, that we'll get into fashion shows in a different video.
How about never? Yes.
Uh, yes,
So,
you were
I'm
saying.
sure the last thing you want to be is a follower. Not everyone is built to be a leader, but we certainly can become a whole lot more independent. What's not cute is how the only things you'll see regarding Save the World here on Xbox, where you likely met me, in fact, not likely, where you definitely did, is the only things regarding Save the World are trade my home base, trade my home base, trade my home base, got scammed, need help, got scammed, need help, can someone carry me through my SSDs? And every time you go into these posts, it's people who don't know what they're doing. Look, I know one of the hardest things on experiences like this is how everything's coming to you at once and your world is getting flipped upside down. Here's something I should have addressed earlier. I think we should have addressed this earlier. You need to swallow your pride. You need to let go of whatever you believed was right and just listen. Look here, look, listen. I understand some of this stuff is very hard to believe. I understand that the tone of which I say it may seem very sarcastic. Trust and believe nothing I'm saying is meant out of disrespect. I'm not trying to disrespect you. I'm not trying to call you out on anything. It's just that I've done this for a little while, and it's sickening. And honestly, it's very jading. It's that means I'm getting tired. This is exhausting stuff because the solution is very simple, but it's hard to reach out to the audience, and that's part of the reason why I get in these parties. I try to help. They don't want to be helped. They don't want to swallow their pride. My co-agent here is really the one that helped me realize that that is a big part of the issue. If you're not willing to shift your mindset and just heed the advice here, I would like you to please ignore these videos. You can stay in Stonewood for another 2 years. I hope you have fun
And even
dropping
then,
your weapons.
by then, they'll shut the game down by then. So, you'll just stay in Stonewood until the end of this game's lifespan. Which
Yes,
is a
indeedy.
waste of money for you, but we're under the pretense that you have a lot of money to waste.
Hex, yeah. And another thing we should have addressed, as part of introductions, we are both endgame players. We have not had this game very long, as mentioned in the previous video. Compared to most of this game's population, we're newcomers. I'm going to show you how many days I've logged in. Daily rewards, 263 days logged in. Keep in mind, I bought this game, Fortnite. I'm only calling it Fortnite, for the Save the World experience. I never had any interest in Battle Royale. I've only had this game 263 days. What does that equate to? 7 or 8 months? I've had this game for less than an entire year, and I am an endgame player. Most of the people that I interact with, and maybe even you, have had this game for the 2 years that it's been out, but haven't gotten anywhere. And this is why. Because we haven't been learning anything. We've just been engaging in mindless drone-like behavior. So I'm sure you understand at this point that scammer gets scammed, sitting in boxes and dropping stuff you don't need is corrupted behavior. It's gross. It indoctrinates you into becoming another drone. Let's try to be independent here. So trust and believe. There are other content creators for Save the World. Unfortunately, they're overshadowed because the biggest videos in this game are the bad stuff. Man, it really is fighting evil out here. I can point you to a few good names. Here's one, probably the biggest one out of the good guys. His name is Demon Joe France. He is our news person. Updates that come to the game, anything from the developers, this man gets this stuff out fast. On the point whatever updates, 11.40, his video will drop 7 hours within the update dropping. You'll probably be at school, but trust and believe there will be stuff to watch there, and he will go over everything. And he himself is also experienced. Mind you, all these content creators are experienced. They're vets. I don't want to consider myself a vet, because there's still a lot of stuff I'm learning about this game. Part of the beauty of it, these people have had the game for a long time. He recently made a video, 700 plus day account, going over all of his stuff. Man did the Mythic Storm King. Man showed guides on how to do it. Man did fun challenges around doing it. He knows what he's doing. Trust and believe. Demon Joe France, treat him as your newsman. Also does reviews on new stuff. Here's another one, and a bit of a tragic story. David Dean. Personally, for me, real quick, I don't watch many of these people, admittedly, because I feel I don't need them. But here, you're here because you're looking for advice, right? I never watched many of these people, so I don't know a whole lot about their content. The only one I really watch is Demon Joe France, because we all need our news person. Battlefront updates, this, that, and the third. Get Good Fox or State of Decay. I won't give out any more advertisements. David Dean, he is the SSD man, the Storm Shield defense guy. He will teach you how to become the trap master. If you watch David Dean and you don't have the highest building in your missions, you should be banned from the game. I'm kidding. That was just a joke. I jest. You know, jesters joke. They're clowns. Other people, oh god, need some water. Other people, such as Rounded Tic Tac. How do you pronounce this dude's name? Shedic? Chedic. Rounded Tic Tac, he also goes over some of the best trap tunnel designs in the game. He has a whole series around it. I think it's on part 20 or something. He goes over all sorts of different builds that incorporate all the mini traps in this game. Unfortunately, some you can't obtain, which is only 2. They're not needed to succeed. It's a tar pit and the sound wall, but we will get into stuff like that you can't reach in a later video. Rounded Tic Tac, other weapon reviews, trap tunnel designs. David Dean, he'll show you how to make your storm shield defenses, how to inaugurate the perfect fort. Shedic also does similar things. There's a plethora of people out there for every aspect of this game. Scammer Gets Scammed is its own subgenre of nonsense, but there are people out here that will teach you your stuff, and they know what they're doing. Put faith in them. They have faith in you. I have faith in you. Do you, co-agent? You have faith in these people, right? They're gonna
I won't have faith in these people unless
Ooh.
they demonstrate that they want to be helped.
That's right, which
Which is
I
why
hope
you're
is why
here.
they're watching. Exactly. Oh my goodness, great minds think alike. Jinx, you owe me a soda. Elf on a shelf looking. So
All
yes,
right. I thought kids were watching this. Good grief. Calm down.
these kids say much worse things to me. I have been openly cussed out by elementary schoolers. I've had horrible things said to my mother about my mother. Nasty.
What a godless generation, then.
That's what I'm saying. Open your Bibles to Exodus 2. Let's read the Herald of Dave Fennoy. Alrighty. What was I gonna say? I was gonna go over. We went over the whole scammer gets scammed and what that does, how it's a plague. Went over some content creators. Also, keep in mind, me. I consider myself a content creator. I try my hardest. Definitely be sure to share this kind of stuff with people in the same boat as you. I know a big part of this, a big part of why the trading system is so bad is because y'all look to each other for guidance, right? Oh, I need this. You have this 130. I want this 130. I have this 130. You can have this 130 for that 130. You have this. I want that. Oh, we both got scammed. Let's try to get through this together. Let's expose this person, this, that, and the third. But you don't have to engage in that endless cycle because I'm sure you understand all that does is you get the stuff, you don't use the stuff, you lose the stuff, you beg for the stuff, rinse and repeat, and you don't get anywhere. I'll say it again. The biggest issue with this game, in my opinion, is the player base. We need to become stronger. We need to help one another. We can't just fight amongst ourselves and the Battle Royale people. In fact, the entire Fortnite community should be assembled, and we should be united as one. Epic hasn't exactly helped that vision come true, but we can. And I think if we bond together, we can get Save the World going places. Absolutely. A strong player base sees change. How did Martin Luther King Jr. get it done? He had a dream.
I thought it was Marlon Kingsley.
My bad, Marlon Kingsley, the competitive EMT lead.
Why is he competitive?
Should have been a dreamer, right?
Isn't he a
Yeah,
doctor?
he had a
Whatever.
dream. I have a dream. A dream that Save the World can go places. It doesn't matter how long someone's been here. What did he say? Let us not judge each other by the color of our skin, but the content of our characters. Gosh darn diddly done right. I think I've glossed over everything I've done. I think I've braised the eggs, boiled the sausages to make the hot dogs, and slathered the honey mustard on our bread. What do you think, co-agent?
He says something about food, honey mustard, bread, blah, blah, blah. Once again, a few closing messages before we close this video out. You cannot save the world overnight. Like I said in
Oh,
the past video, you
beautiful.
cannot rush. You cannot rush. Do not rush through this game. These videos are very educational, and we'll get into that. We'll get into that with the next video, which I don't know if he's uploading these in chronological order. I don't know if that's what this man is doing. Again, I don't know how he handles this channel, but you'll see when we play these missions, you'll start to understand more and more and more. Not because we're showing you how to do missions, but we'll go in depth with it. We'll explain why we do what we do. A lot of content creators, actually, well, how about this? Let me put it this way. With your Scammer Gets Scam videos, which I never watched one, and I will never will, most likely, I don't think they have any backstory on those people, right? It just says Scammer Gets Scammed, something, something, little kid, deep voice man, drops 130s, that's it. Why are you scamming him? Doesn't that make you a scammer as well? Well, no, I mean, it's revenge, but he never scammed you, though. Makes no sense, right? You can tell it's fake. Anyways, the more you play this game and the more you watch these videos, they'll coincide like the eggs and the bread that I made with my breakfast sandwich the other day. Once again, just stay tuned. And he's going to do the outro, right? He's going to do the outro.
Absolutely! Yes. You already know the gist. It's about that time. This is going to get real sickening, especially because the recording process of these is silly. Basically, each episode can be 5 minutes between one another. 60 seconds between one another, or an entire week between one another. I'm just gonna get it out the way. Less trading, less begging, more playing, more learning. Let's save the world together, y'all. Absolutely. Coincide and braise those ribs in